Hi everyone, it's Molly Kingsley here from UsForThem, just with a very quick update on a very chilly day in the UK. So you may remember that a couple of years ago UsForThem took Pfizer to the UK regulator. It was a case involving Pfizer's CEO, Dr. Borla, who had made some quite outlandish claims about the COVID vaccine, the Pfizer COVID vaccine for children. That case was won largely by UsForThem. Dr. Borla and Pfizer were found guilty of effectively misleading British parents about the safety of the COVID vaccine. Well, a couple of months ago, we were back in the UK regulatory buildings for a case, this time representing a case against Moderna. And I'm really delighted to tell you, and it's just been reported in press this week, which is why I can tell you about it now, that that case was won. So as you may have seen in press, Moderna have been found guilty of the most serious violations under the UK regulatory code. They have been found guilty of bringing discredit on the pharmaceutical industry. That is the most serious code breach that a pharmaceutical company can be found guilty of in the UK. It's actually, so this was a case where Moderna just unbelievably offered children teddy bears to take part in a trial of its mRNA vaccine product. So, I mean, just disgustingly unethical. This was arguably a product that healthy children never needed in the first place. So, you know, a breach of medical ethics, a breach of UK legislation, and, query, was this a breach of the Nuremberg Code? I mean, unethical experimentation on children without properly informed consent. You might have hoped that Moderna would have received a meaningful penalty for this. Unfortunately, let me disabuse you of that now. The UK self-regulatory regime being the joke, really, that it is, all Moderna get for that really serious transgression was a £44,000. It's not even fine, it's an administration charge. That for a company with a market capitalization of close to $12 billion US. What makes that even more shocking, and just to put it in context, is this isn't the first time Moderna have been found guilty recently of really serious code violations. In fact, in the last 4 months alone, they have been found guilty of bringing discredit on the pharmaceutical industry, the most serious code violation it's possible to accrue, 4 whole times. I mean, 4 times in 4 months, that must be some kind of record. So anyway, that's just an update. Obviously, we will be pushing and fighting to ensure that these companies who breach their own ethical and legal frameworks receive proper accountability. Thank you. Oh yeah, just a postscript. So I mentioned there had been a number of cases and that this wasn't the first time that Moderna had been found guilty of serious breaches in recent months. So here are just a few of the other UK code provisions that Moderna has breached. So this is just in the last few months alone. So as I mentioned, they have 4 counts of bringing discredit on the pharmaceutical industry in the last 4 months alone. They have received 9 code violations for failing to maintain high standards. They've received 3 guilty counts of making misleading claims about a product, i.e. lying, and they have even been found guilty of offering a pecuniary advantage to promote a medicine. I mean, that's bribery to you and me. So yeah, that's Moderna for you, the UK government's flagship mRNA vaccine partner. Going well. Thank you.